Opposition spokesman on finance Julian Robinson is calling for minimum wage to be further increased to $12,000 per week. Mr. Robinson stated that this will enable people to meet their basic needs. Minimum wage was increased last month from $7,000 to $9,000. This was a 28.5% increase. He said Jamaica needs to get to a point at which minimum wage is no longer a subject, but instead look at implementing a mechanism to determine a livable wage. Hi guys, I hope you're doing well today. So I am going to be commenting on the news report that I just read regarding the request from Julian Robinson to increase the minimum wage from $9,000 to $12,000. I totally support that, because the 9,000 does not go far, right? So if it moves from 9 to 12, then it will be a little bit better for most people. So I'm going to go through a list of items. It may be up or maybe a little bit down depending on where you are, right? So this is just an average price. So 1 pound of flour, $70. 1 pound of sugar, $150. 1 corned beef, $650. 1 tin of mackerel, I guess is the larger size, is $450. 1 small bottle of cooking oil is $380. 1 bar of soap for showers is $150, and this is towards the lower end, right? It could be more expensive depending on the bar. 1 pound of chicken, $350. 1 pound of chicken back is $200. Cornmeal is $100 per pound. 1 tin of condensed milk is $380. So for the vegetables and the ground provisions, we know that those prices go up and down depending on what's going on, right? So average, say for 1 pound of carrot, it would be from say $150 to $250. Coconut is average maybe $200 to $250 for each coconut. So you can see that the prices are very expensive. So how do we alleviate some of the food cost? So we're being told all along, eat what you grow, and this is no joke. If you're able to do a vegetable garden, you can go ahead and do it. And this will, it will take off a lot of your food bill. So if you're able to grow some carrots, cabbage, callaloo is a big thing. It's so easy. Most vegetables are very easy to grow. Say you have tomatoes. Sometimes you may have like 4 or 5 plants. And on each plant, it's like 20 to 30 tomatoes on one plant. So you're not even able to manage that once it comes, right? So you can even arrange with your neighbor. If your neighbor is doing something else, apart from what you're doing, you could do an exchange system. It's like a barter system. That's what our foreparents used to do. They never had supermarkets, right? So if one person had this, they would change it with what they had, and the other person didn't have that, and that's how they survive, right? By helping each other out. You can have one person say they're doing some slaughtering of an animal or a few chickens, and you give your neighbor something, your neighbor give you back something like that. We could try and go back to some of that. For the people who are living in an urban setting, I understand you don't have the space, the land or whatever, or the land may be there, but it's not a good quality soil. So you're going to go and get like pots or buckets, whatever you can find, right? And you can do your thing. You can still have a vegetable garden on a smaller scale, right? So anything you can do to help, you should do that. If you want to get the seeds at RADA, go ahead and do that, right? Most people in the country, they normally have like peppers like right next to the house. Limes, peppers and stuff like that. You just go out and you pick it and you come back. You don't have to run to the shop to buy every single item. They had their little scallions right next to the kitchen. You go and you clip your little thyme. Every little thing is there. So I grew up in Kingston. So when I went to the country and I saw my aunt doing that, I'm like, wow, you don't have to buy lime. You don't have to buy peppers. You don't have to buy thyme, scallion, things that we use every day. They don't have to buy it, right? So I think that is wonderful. So that's just my suggestion to alleviate some of the burden. The next thing is the farmers market. The prices are too high. If you're gonna have a farmers market, try to reduce the prices. Like you try and get more farmers on board and help out a little bit more, because I think the prices are too steep. One lady complained and said, "This is no different. Why do they even have farmers market? The prices are steep, just the same, right?" So if we can get that to come down somewhat, that would be nice. And there's a lot of wastage in the farms. I've seen it. There's so much food that is wasted. They can't get to locations to sell the items, or the food is just started to spoil on them and stuff like that. Before it gets to that, you can reach out to communities like the lower pay scale or no pay scale communities, and just arrange with someone to drop some food off, right? And let someone have that instead of just letting it rot in the fields, right? It would be good if some farmers could help out communities with the food that you don't want or in excess or whatever, or if the food is going to spoil and you don't have a market for it, maybe you could advertise it on Facebook or something like that, and go into the lower end communities and provide the people with that food, right? So for say helpers and gardeners, they normally get the bad end of the stick. They normally get below minimum wage. So we're appealing to employers to pay a fair wage. Most employers would not pay minimum wage, and I'm hoping they won't. The government is giving you a guide, but that doesn't mean you're going to pay minimum wage, okay? And for the helpers, there is an association that you can join to make sure that you know your rights as well. So it is the Jamaica Housekeeper Workers Union. I don't know if there's one for gardeners. You can always comment in the comment section and let me know. So that's my take. Another suggestion as well, I'm not knocking the corner store, but you pay extra for having the food brought right next to your house or 2 minutes from your house. You're going to pay extra for that. If you're on a budget, if you're a single income earner, like you don't have a spouse, if you have a lot of kids, it may not be the best thing for you to be going to the corner store every single day to buy your food, right? Groceries. It would probably be better if, of course, you go to the wholesale or wherever you can get it cheaper, the market and stuff like that. I mean, if you run out of items, then there's no problem going to the corner store. But to have it on a daily basis, going there and spending, your money won't get far. And I'm just being honest, right? Not knocking the corner store or anything. But you will survive corner store because a lot of people run out of items and they do come to you guys, right? And, just for regular snacks and whatnot, stuff like that, drinks, your regular bun and cheese patties, whatever you sell, right? You always have those as your staples to keep your place going. And there's always going to be people coming and buying whatever anyways. Most people I would say some people do not like to buy weekly groceries. They just prefer to go and buy it every day. So you sit down and determine what is best for you and your pocket, okay? And prices are up in most countries with food, so you have to, find out how you can get around the situation, right? And how you can stretch the meals. You mix it with vegetables and stuff like that. So that's my take on it. You can let me know in the comment section how you feel about it. Thank you so much for joining. And we do appreciate you listening to the videos. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And take care of yourself and others. Bye for now. See you on the next video. Thanks for watching Jamaica Roots TV, guys. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Our channel is new on YouTube and we need your support. See you on our next video.